Hey guys, it's Tia from Blessed to the T. Today, let's talk about trust. And our scripture for today is Luke 1:38, which says, I am the Lord's servant. May everything he say about me come true. And I chose that today because I was just, y'all, I like to write. And I was looking back over some things that I had written over the last year or the earlier part of this year. And I try to be a very prayerful and thoughtful person and seek God with everything in my life. You know how God tells you something. So there's a promise that's been made or promises that have been made. And when sometimes things take a long time or things don't work out the way we think they should work out, we tend to, you might get discouraged or you might doubt and say, well, God, did I really hear from you? You know, were you really telling me what I thought you were telling me? You might then want to try to do something on your own. Have you guys ever been there? We keeping it real. Let's keep it 100 today, okay? And so, when just thinking about trust and trusting God, God is who he says he is, and he shows up for us. He's faithful to us even when we don't understand. Sometimes even when we start to doubt or get discouraged, like, God, I know you told me this. Well, what happened? Where are you? Sometimes I find myself saying, well, God, I'm still your daughter. Hey, I'm still down here. Come see about me. But even in all of that, remember to trust God. And the encouraging thing about this is that he's going to do just what he says. So may everything that God says about me come true, which may not happen in my time, but I know it will happen in God's timing. And we know that God's timing is perfect timing. And so I hope that that will encourage you today to remember to stay connected. My mom's favorite scripture is Proverbs 3:5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. And it's when we start leaning to our own understanding, oftentimes when things go awry, right? When the trouble comes, when we wonder, when the messes start happening, and you wonder, well, how did I get in that situation? It's when you start leaning to your own understanding. I'm saying you, but I mean we. When we start leaning to our own understanding. So even when you don't understand, even when things don't look like you think they should look or don't work out the way you think that they should work out, remember that it's not about me, that it's about him, and that whatever he said to me, that I can trust that, I can hold on to that, because I'm who he says I am, and everything that he's promised to me, everything that he said about me is going to come true. And so we're trusting in him today. We're walking upright